Why? 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 Why are you niggas in your feelings? Explain to me how my little lowly opinion, my opinion got y'all all. You know what? This is why motherfuckers laugh at black men. Namely, you black men always hollering, save yourself. I'm about to attack your whole goddamn shit now. All you save yourselves, all you MGTOW niggas, this is why we laugh at you motherfuckers. This is what I gotta self-improve to get pussy. You mean I gotta go to school and get a trade and make money just to get pussy? So you mean to tell me, what more do you want from me? You mean to tell me I gotta make videos with the preface saying, not all. My opinion that you were looking for, would that have made everything okay? So instead of me saying, we don't know what numbers of you niggas are doing it, just a small minority of you niggas are doing it. But guess what? Niggas doing it. You're hella suspect, okay? That's like a motherfucker. Check this out now. For all short dudes to fuck little girls. Now, if you want these overseas niggas and you don't fuck little girls and you're still triggered, then my eyes, nigga, you're hella suspect, okay? That's like a motherfucker saying, well, all short dudes like big bitches, okay? I would not jump in the fray and say,
mind you, on O'Shea's couple shows, he even admitted that he had sex with big girls and big girls only gravitate towards him because he was short and they wanted to take advantage of him because they thought that he couldn't get nobody.
No, dude, not all small dudes like big bitches, okay? Everybody's bigger than me. So,
and he's trying to make it a point of telling dudes that everybody's bigger than him. I mean, he's trying to put himself in a position where he has the disadvantage, but then sit back and tell guys that they have to self-improve. I mean, at some point, this is what we're talking about with guys like him, and this list is prevalent now, and you're gonna see all of the, he's gonna hit on all the points that I said in the video, and that's why I'm showing you the list.
So technically, every bitch I fuck with is a big bitch. Now, let me get to these comments. I'm sorry. Somebody explain something to me. These are grown ass men, right? Because you had a issue getting grown women here. Then I could have swore I said something to the effect like I wouldn't be surprised, or don't be surprised, or those are the type of dudes you need to watch out for. Okay? And I said, if a nigga could fuck a little girl over there and get away with it, he could. How many times have we heard niggas in these comments talk about child support? Wait a minute. Why are you concerned about child support when you're going overseas? Do you plan on fucking these women and girls and skeeting in them and leaving them with babies? Because if that's not your intent, why would you even make that argument? How many times we've heard this argument before? Not there for the language. You're not there for a fucking job. If all of dismantled ass men, a lot of you, have a passport, and I can guarantee you motherfuckers will fuck on a little girl if given the opportunity, because these grown ass women over here have kicked a knot in your fucking asses. A bunch of big ass babies bitching over grown ass women you can't control over here will find it easier to go over there and fuck on a little girl. I figure here in the States, Appreciate it. Thank you. Wait, what's gonna see over? Thank you. Stop supporting the matriarchy with opinions. Man, I'm here for out in the closet. Yeah, listen. We all talk about how the pedophilia. Y'all don't even. These niggas don't even deal with the pedophilia here in the States. But God forbid. And what all these niggas keep saying, I ain't never seen nobody messing with no little girls. Nigga, I'm sure if you did, you wouldn't say shit. Because you know what? Everybody, y'all have a family member that was in Vietnam, right? We all know somebody that went over there in Vietnam. And ask your y'all know I don't care about the whole traveling sector. I don't care about that. I don't care. That means nothing to me. And like I said before, many times before, by all means, get your passport and travel. Please do it. But guess what? There's less than 8% of you motherfuckers got as a goddamn less than 8% of the population has passports. Okay? So ain't that many niggas out here saving themselves like that. Alright? Majority is doing, it doesn't apply to you. Why you mad? Why you upset? Traveling ass niggas, and I don't mean Freemasons. Bring y'all punk asses over. Make all the videos you want. Get the fuck at me. Because that only tells me you niggas are triggered and y'all got some deep, battered, abused, broken ass old black men at me like this. This makes no goddamn sense. And this is why everybody, they're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you. All these grown ass carry niggas. That's what we gonna call them. Families. But y'all pocket. Yes, they are out there, not within nature. And listen, I get it. Damn, Calvin Johnson. Oh fuck. I get it. The women here are listen. Man, listen. Trust me when I tell you. Yes, the women here are a handful. They are a total handful. Yes, they are out of line. They are out of pocket. Yes, they are out. They are not within nature. You won't get no arguments here from me. But guess what? Guess what I don't have to go do? I have a passport. Guess what? I don't need to use it to go fuck. I don't need my passport to go fuck a bitch. I can go. You can't do this. Hey, bitch. I want to fuck. You can't do that. All this pussy. Wait. What the ratio y'all keep hollering? 6 women to every 1 man. You mean to tell me you can't text a bitch and tell her, look, I'm coming. What time can I come through? I want to see you. You can't do that shit here?
See, he's making my case right there. The reason why nobody want to do it here is because most of these chicks have a boyfriend or a husband. And a lot of guys don't feel comfortable being a side dude to a female like you. A lot of guys don't want to be caught in no drama like you. No one wants to be a married man cheating on his wife like you. As I said, he's making my points. Look at the list. Look at the things that things you're hearing, and it hits almost everything that I wrote down. I put in a list. He's trying to make a case that it's free pussy here, but what kind of pussy is it? Then later on, he tried to demoralize women in other cultures to say they poor, like the women over here ain't poor or in debt.
In the plethora of fuck shit out here?
The plethora of STDs and AIDS. Sure.
You mean to tell me all these women?
All these women with entitlement issues, messed up mentalities, mental issues, taking all these antidepressants and all these kind of pills for personality disorder. Yeah, sure.
Giving out all this free pussy?
It ain't free if you gotta sit around for hours and hours and listen to a chick. And you look on your clock, if you're a man who calculates your time when you with women, and then you find out that you spend over 13, 14, 15, 16 work hours talking to a female just to get some sex, or even more than that, 20, 30, 40, 50 hours. Because the fact is, 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day, 5 hours of conversation, that adds up. That's like work hours just to go get what, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour of satisfaction. That's not worth the time for some men.
And you can't get a one? Y'all out here hollering save yourselves?
The fact is, a lot of guys want to experience multiple women because they don't want to stick with one. Because they know that one woman has multiple men on the side and she might cheat. So this dude just don't want dudes to have no advantage that he think are below him.
Save yourself from what? That's what I want to know. What are you going to save yourself from, black men? All you SYSBM goofball niggas, and I know I'm going to offend a lot of you content creators, but all you fuck with the pussy. Tell me, your solution is to not fuck with a bitch at all. That's your solution? To not fuck with the pussy.
See, he don't get it. It's not the fuck with who has the pussy. The funny thing is, it's attached to some weak, destructive ass, chaotic women. And I'm gonna show you another video that he did later on with Solo TV 84, and I got respect for him trying to mitigate the situation, be traveling brothers, because the traveling guys are getting that slide and getting that all the people who are against traveling. So I have real respect for him to picking up this thing, because he has the talent to pick up hot shit when it's hot and try to talk it out and get it all together and stuff. So shout out to him. I'm critical of him. I'm very critical of him, the way he does things, but also I respect the work that he do. Just I don't like the way he executed.
You mean to tell me, because of that many bad experiences in your life, you mean to tell me your whole answer is to not fuck with pussy?
It's not bad experiences. It's not just one. It's probably 100, 200, 300 bad experiences that the intelligent men, SYBM, and all the good dudes are putting out there. No one wants to have sex with some old bags. No one wants to have sex with no used up women. No one wants to have sex with a chick who has STDs or kids or have drama in her life, who can't even keep her life straight and situated. That's what they don't want. They don't want to walk into a chaotic situation where a chick is so messed up. You're going into her environment just to get some, or you bringing her into your environment, opening yourself up to whatever crap she has going on in her life, and then something might affect you, but you don't get that.
So if you're not gonna fuck with pussy, then that leaves you with two things. If you're not gonna fuck with pussy, it leaves you two things. You got two choices. You got animals, and you got other men.
And they make it a habit, especially in this chat box. But I wish I can actually take the screenshots, because Streamlabs wasn't making no sound, and I tried to make multiple lives, and the sound wasn't coming out. So I got kind of frustrated and just left it alone. So if somebody see this, give me some pointers and tips how to deal with the sound that comes out of Streamlabs. But they make it a case of saying it's a lot of women out here, but what type of women out here? What type of pussies out here? So he wants to demoralize men for going overseas to get so-called poor pussy, but the women over here are poor, broken, and messed up, and no one wants to be attached to that. But the one thing they are that turns a lot of dudes off that he don't get is the fact that if these women have so many bodies and they so sexual giving it out, why these females try to act goody two shoes in front of certain dudes and using them and put on the act? That's the mental disorder that we talking about. You don't have to put on the act if you've been giving out sex all the time. We talk one conversation, and if you want to give me some, you give me some. If you don't, you don't. Why the fuck would I want to sit back and listen to somebody who perpetuate lies and stay in my face and lie in my face and says you're a good girl or you changed or you this and that and I don't do this and I've been celibate for some sex? A lot of dudes don't like being lied to. That's the whole point. It's a turn off for some guys, not yourself, because you don't care. You know if a girl lying, you just want the sex. And that shows what kind of mindset you have. But he's going to expose himself in another video. So I'm gonna leave it alone and let it cut to the part. And then I'm gonna go to Solo TV when he was on there. And the conversation that happened on there.
Okay? Make it make sense. If your whole movement is based on saving yourselves and not fucking with black women, period. You got two options in this fucking life moving forward. It's either animals or fucking other men. Now, which one is it? Exactly.
Ooh.
Who are you saving yourselves from? Nah, I know y'all don't. I know touchy subject, but in the words of Air, it's just they too poor. A lame here is a lame there.
He said a lame here is a lame there. A lot of them would respect guys who are working in trades, guys who are intelligent. You know how many women over in other countries they respect intelligent men? And let me show you. No, I ain't put it down. Lame is subjective. Why don't they say this shit? Just like his views on how somebody look is subjective. Being a lame in the black community, it's not the same as being a lame in the white community or in other communities. But he wants to make a case less like women. He as I said, he's making the whole list.
It's just they too poor to put restrictions upon you. That's it.
And now he makes in this case of saying everybody poor and other people in every culture is poor. So pretty much this is him. Number one is boosting the self-esteem of women here and black women here for women over there. Like the women over here don't got a whole bunch of debts and poor and asking for donations on YouTube or asking for donations or asking for GoFundMe's for money to bury their child or to help them with their bills. They're poor here too, dude.
Hey, man, you mean to tell me the best you can do in your life is third world pussy?
He make it a habit of saying third world pussy. And the best y'all can do is deal with STD pussy, herpes pussy, single mom pussy, fat pussy, all types of nasty shit pussy, stank women pussy, stank vagina shit, unwashed pussy. But you want to sit here and talk to them, and you rather dudes go in the depths of that nasty stuff. But I'm gonna step on his points.
Once again, back to you traveling niggas. Now I'm not talking Freemasons. All you goofball niggas that brag about, I went to Brazil. I went to the DR. I went to Latin America. At the end of the day, y'all only fucking with third world pussy.
So he acting like the women here are so much better than the women over there, when we all know that's not the damn truth, because he literally has two videos about what he saw here in America when he was a so-called bouncer, and he saw at a bachelor party. So they just as disgusting they do, but they just hide it from the dude that they want to fool. It's a lot more dumb shit going on in here, And these women are playing games, and a lot of them are losing their life doing this game crap with guys cheating on them and doing all that. And a lot of them are now lonely because the dudes that they want, the so-called lames, and the dudes that guys like him are making fun of, they don't want to pick up. They don't want to pick up the slack for dudes like this, and they don't want to sit here and be lied to. A lot of guys already know red pill, and being a red pill is understanding the whole world. So you don't believe somebody said in their face. They gotta prove to you that they different, and they gotta prove to you that they not the same. And a lot of these females, they want to act like they different, but they don't want to. They don't want to be consistent about being different.
I ain't seen none of you niggas bring back a princess.
He try to make it a habit of trying to control other people's attraction level. He think that just because he black, he trying to be authority over everybody else. He think that because somebody who he think is unattractive, the dudes that get these women and bring them over here, if he don't authorize them, or black women authorize them, the women over here say, oh, she's pretty, then they're not pretty to that guy. When did it become a hobby to tell guys who they should be attracted to and who they shouldn't be attracted to over here? This is the definition of dick policing dudes. Who are you to tell guys who they think is sexy and who they think is not? Just because they don't think these ugly women that you're banging is sexy, don't mean that these dudes gonna come out the woodwork and call the women you bang ugly and all that. They're not attracted to them. And a lot of these guys are moving to a location where they think they can get the women they want, the women that they want, that they think are golds, think they are, you can say, 10s. But you want to sit back and tell them they're not bringing home princesses and all that other stuff. A lot of these guys are established. A lot of these guys don't need a female for money or status. They do it alone. These are not some homosexual type dudes that you sitting here trying to talk down to. Why the fuck would somebody sit there and use a female for a status? That's some effeminate shit. That's some Jeremy Meek shit.
I ain't seen none of you niggas bring back an heiress. I ain't seen none of you niggas bring back anybody important.
So men are supposed to be social climbers. I thought men were supposed to just be providers and protectors. So we all supposed to get with the women on the. So what about when? So pretty much you just exposed himself that he got to be around women who had a higher social status than him, and it makes my point in this whole list. Oh, you can't make this. You can't make it up. You just can't make it up. You can't make this shit up for real. You can't. So guys are dating for the social climb and get more money out of women. You don't even know the dudes you talking about interest and taste. You think that they all just like you. So this is. Let me continue, man.
You don't fuck with nobody important over there. You fuck with poor third world bitches.
Last time I checked, where are the celebrities that you had sex with? How many rich billionaire women that you had sex with? Most of these dudes are not having sex with no high level women. What, just because they got a good job or a corporate job that's high level now? Where your celebrities at? List the females that you had, because to me, you married a single mom with 2 kids already. You didn't do so well. And you didn't do good over here with the top women. You can't brag about that. Just like these guys in the chat can't do that shit. Just like these women can't say that they got a billionaire or a millionaire or a basketball player. If they did, it wouldn't be on YouTube. But let this continue.
Huh? What? You ain't fucking with the motherfucking Sultan's daughter of Brunei? Huh? You mean to tell me in your age, and because these is mainly 30 to 50-year-old niggas we talking about. So you mean to tell me
he's trying to demoralize dudes who are younger than him Dude is like in his 40s, but he says 30 years old is old. No, not really. Because then you're going to call yourself old.
You 30 to 50-year-old niggas, the best you can do in your sad little life is stir a broke third world piece of ass. Right? And then what y'all say?
So yeah, so guys supposed to mold themselves into what women want over here so they can get them, and lose their identity of who they want to be, and lose what they like to do, and lose who they are. As long as they get women and find a certain women over here. Oh, sure.
You can't bring it back over here because they gonna act a fool. Really? So then leave. Once again, what's keeping you here?
And what he don't understand is what keeping here is because America has the best opportunities next to a lot of countries. This is the reason why immigrants are moving, trying to come over here. Even small particular jobs is better than the small particular jobs in another country. At least you can get paid above $5 an hour in America instead of being paid $4 or $5 a week or $10 or $20 or $40 a week. So why not make money here and travel outside?
Don't let a little job keep you here. Don't do that. Who wants to stay here? Don't let your little job keep you here.
Promoting dudes to lead and talking about don't let your job keep you here. So he want dudes to be on the street because they don't want to deal with the women here.
Don't let your little family keep you here.
Most people already detached from their family. Most people in the SYBM community already detached from their family. They only here to make money, and some of them already have plans to leave the country once they stack enough money. They do their research. You know how long it takes? You know how many years you gotta live? You gotta move into a country at the right time. You gotta look at the news in their country. You gotta see the languages, and you gotta see what's going on, and you gotta know what you're gonna do. You gotta make sure that you're gonna be secure when you go there. And guess what? A lot of guys in the SYBM movement and anybody else, they're already over in other countries. So they got families over there in other countries, but you didn't do your research of the two people that you're talking about. Unlike you, they're not out here cheating on their wives. Or they didn't marry a single mom with 2 kids. They had their own kids with a woman who had no kids.
Nigga, go be great in that third world country. What niggas always talk about? Yeah, you can live like a king. I'm going to a country with means and resources, and I'm going to be a big fish in a big ass pond.
He's bragging about that stuff, but you're not a big fish in a big behind pond. That's the funny thing about that. MOT has more kind of clout than him, and MOT don't even talk like this to other black men. MOT really be telling guys to not listen to dudes like him. MOT be spitting some real truth, and he's right about them. He has his own campaign against dudes like this. And they never come at MOC. Only person was dumb enough to come at MOC was C Over, that he got clowned and trashed. Then he exposed himself to be a dude who sent for women on here, because he's talking about he was sent for Paris Milan and Ivory and Vet, 2 low tier females. But then this dude comes out of nowhere. He won't never try to go back and forth with MOT if MOT come at him. But he wants to make it about status now. Like the women he messed with are so high status.
Makes no goddamn sense. You goofball niggas. The best.
And I'm gonna put my description down below about a reference to all my old videos and how this is making my case, and how I was talking about this months ago about these dudes, and it just come to fruition. I was right about everything that I said in multiple videos.
You can do in life is go to a broke ass country and get some broke ass. So she can look at you like, oh, you're the man.
But ain't that what y'all do? I mean, isn't it a hobby of y'all's to deal with broke down women, and say they all got game when y'all know half of these women have father issues and low self-esteem? That's what y'all do. Y'all make a habit of using game and get with broken women that you know you can take advantage of. That's what y'all do, don't y'all? So when we do the same thing, it's somehow wrong, right? But y'all doing the same thing. This competition shit that we have going on in the black community.
You American man so strong. You're the American man. You do everything right to me. You make me feel good, American man. Y'all want validation that goddamn bad.
Don't you? Why did you make this video? Because it's revealed that he made this video because of a black female got in his ear. Then he jumped on the internet and just posted, said, "Wow, I didn't even know the age of consent was there." Googled, and then say that black men are going overseas doing that because a black woman got in his ear. So who out here doing stuff for validation for women? Then he goes into a rant right now, and I'm gonna get to that part after he tell black men to kill themselves if they can't get women. To be simping to a female that hit his inbox after he threw black men under the bus by telling them that they can't go nowhere else and they're losers and they're doing this because they can't get women over here, and a woman reward him with a pussy treat by getting this inbox. And then he says, well, if I wasn't married, I would get her sexy ass. Watch. You'll listen to the soundbite.
You mean to tell me because these grown ass women that keep putting foot to your asses? Well,
mind you, he's saying foot to our asses who have a problem. What are you talking about? We don't have a whole bunch of that like them. We're not out here who got kids. We're not out here broken and messed up who got a victim story about, oh, somebody beat me up. I had 5 miscarriages. They're the ones have all these victim stories about them, the survivor stories, but they supposed to be putting foot to our asses, our necks? Are you kidding me?
Validate you here. You got to go overseas to either get a little girl or a broke bitch, so she can tell you whispers.
These are black female talking points. Now black females are going to start using this against guys.
Sweet nothings in your ear to make you feel better about yourself as a fucking man. This is what you're telling me. African American men come to the UK. The women here are done. It includes a woman that's poor, that you can control and hold things over her and flaunt your American status.
Funny that this dude said that when he said he can actually go on. Guys like him don't say how much control that guys like him have in the dating market, that he could just pick up the phone and actually call women. And he acting like the guys who he just made fun of had the ability to do that when they're told that they got to do all this bullshit. And then when they do that shit, they're still told to do more. Because it's a joke to women to make guys that they don't like do more. But he's not going to make that point.
It's over her. That's the best you can do in life. Kill yourselves.
Promoting black males to kill themselves. He's promoting black male suicide. That's the grimiest, disgusting shit that I ever seen. And this is the kind of talk that black women do to tell black men to do. To kill themselves. Some even do it. Some are so stressed around black women and doing all this shit for black women, they do kill themselves. There's many videos online right now that you can see that. The infamous one is when an unattractive female broke up with a dude and she went in the elevator and he pulled out a gun and shot himself in the head over a fat unattractive females. So he's now making light of black male suicides for women. Mind you, this is he's puppeteering. He's parent he's a parrot. He's parenting for what a black woman said to him in real life, and then he came online and started going after traveling brothers. He know what was going on between the SYBM and all the traveling people and some of the anti-travelers, and he just jumped in and showed his true colors.
If you one of these niggas, if you are a fucking healing Inquisitor, Nick, and women out here, man, they out here fucking me up, man. I can't fucking bitch. Bitches, I don't want pussy no more.
It's funny, but then the women said the same thing, and then dudes like him try to tell them that they sexy and they fine. And watch this, in the same video, he gonna give a woman a compliment and say that's what dudes should do, kiss women's ass like that, right? Watch.
I don't want pussy no more. Fuck bitches. Okay? If there's a chink in the armor, I'm it. Please come find me. Come see this chink in the armor. I would never. I'm saying, listen. This is my opinion. If you are
you see women in the chat box talking about short guys get it too. But these are the same people who would talk about Obsidian being short and having one little leg, or calling them little legs. These are the same women in the chat box lying, talking about short dudes, because if it comes to him, this is why we talk about the dating biases. So one short guy is cool and the other short guy have to kiss your ass so he can be cool too. Do the same thing that he's doing to other black men. And mind you, Obsidian's not even this bad. When he's calling guys broke, stingy, and cheap, isn't as bad as this shit. It's not even close to this stuff. And throwing black men under the bus to hang around women, it's not even that bad. But he's just going at guys that he don't know nothing about.
A grown man in his prime, and you openly reject women.
Yes, they openly reject women. So everybody's supposed to get every woman that comes their way. So you promoting that shit then. So everybody's supposed to get every woman. Everybody's supposed to just open up their door for every woman. Everybody. So if the dude can't pick, he doesn't have to pick. If a fat chick come at him, you have to have sex with her. A woman with mental issues, you got to have sex with her. If a woman with AIDS come at you, you have to have sex with her. A woman with herpes, you have to have sex with her. A woman who tried to set you up, you have to have sex with her. Oh, so this is the mindset of this dude, that every pussy is good pussy as long as you getting pussy.
You are mentally ill. Your status and get world and bros. You risk your life in a whole nother country.
Guys risk their life all the time trying to date these women over here. What are you talking about? So, come on now. With a lot of dudes out here getting set up by females, and he seemed to not see the stories that Tommy put out, and that's out here, that guys getting set up, getting killed. But we supposed to take anything that comes our way, right?
And you brought back this? You booked plane tickets? You book an Airbnb?
Look at that. Yeah, he's demoralizing dudes who put money into traveling and just have a easier time dating over there, and being over here and wasting way much more money. It's not even the money because they're making money. It's the time that these dudes are wasting on these women that they don't want to waste. That these women are playing games with guys. That's the shit that people are tired of.
Maybe a rental car? You spend thousands of dollars.
Guys spend thousands of dollars just trying to impress the women over here, though. Remember, gym membership is not a low price. Them clothes that you have to buy and the cologne you have to buy adds up. The shoes that you got to put on. The grooming products that you have to have. The dates that pile up. The gas in your car that you have to put in it. That shit adds up. That's more money. The therapist that you have to go to. All of this shit that you telling dudes to do for women over here, it's more money that they have to spend just to talk to one chick over here than they do traveling. You don't even have facts, but I did when I made the cost of self-improvement. And I'm going to put that video in the description too. That's the cost of self-improvement and the price they have to pay. For guys like you who telling them to do all this dumb shit for them, for just for women. Daily maintenance just to go talk to these females will cost you way more weekly, monthly, yearly than it do just traveling for a month.
Dollars to court a broke bitch.
Wait a minute. But they're doing that over here. Do you really think that going to the gym is something easy? Or pretty much going to the gym, spending money on food to keep your body in shape just for you to impress a chick, buying clothes, the court of a broken mind chick. So we're gonna forget how much it's gonna cost guys to court a female here. Plus the excessive boring ass fucking talking that we're gonna probably have to do. So you really sitting here trying to demoralize what dude's gonna have to do over here. Sure.
You know, escorts are like a couple $100, man.
See, he demoralizing dudes now. Escorts a couple $100. See what he did? So calculate that with the dudes sex drives that he telling dudes to go pay for sex. Couple $100, right? So if the guy want to go see this chick 3 times a day, that's about $500. That's $400 in one day. Then he wants to see this chick again the next day. That's $400 more. Then the $600. Then the meetups will add more than he does for a traveling trip. A couple $100 for an escort? You serious, dude? When sometimes plane tickets could be cheaper than that. So they have to go pay for sex. That's going to add up eventually based off their sex drive, because you're trying to tell guys who they think are attractive and who they don't think attractive. And this is one of the things that I said before in one of my other videos. The agenda that this dude has is basically he wants dudes to just give money to prostitutes if they can't get none, and court broke down women over here and made them feel good by them being chased. Because a lot of females over here are missing the fact that a lot of guys are not chasing them no more. A lot of guys are not kissing their ass no more. So he wants that to return back to normal because a female got in his ear. And he want his woman to feel good, because remember, he married, and he said his woman is old. So he wants guys to hit his woman in his inbox and make her feel good, because he can't do it himself. And he has an agenda for men to pick up the tab for attractive women, so he don't have to pick up the tab. So honestly, it's this agenda where he wants to use prostitution to minimize all the smart brothers that complain about women over here, so they can strip down the egos or strip down the armor that all of these guys have by not picking them, and making them so desperate when they don't have a lot of people to refer to. When you strip down and you divide a group, you able to conquer it. So this is what he wants, because he's talking about escorts, but it's only legal prostitution is legal in what, two states now, or only 2 states. So they're limited to two states of women there, and they don't know who these women are, and they might not think these women are attractive. So he wants guys to either get locked up or get set up and get killed, or just pay for sex for the rest of their life. So that can minimize all the guys that everybody don't want. And then when these guys say they're tired of doing this, kind of like him when he said he was tired of cheating on his wife, then his sex drive went down. He want them to just say, I'm going to take a single mom and now build the community. I'm going to be a stepfather now. Woo! I'm happy now. I'm tired of paying for sex now. I'm going to be a slave to a female. That's his whole game right now.
You can call an escort service and get you the baddest bitch they got on their stables for a few $100s, man.
See? Funny thing is that he's pretty much he pretty much demoralizing these dudes that they have to pay a toll because they're not good enough to get women. And they got to keep paying the toll. And he's not going to be there to add up the bill. He's not going to be there to add up the bill and see that paying for sex, keep paying for sex, is going to be more than traveling. Right? But he's not going to say that shit, right?
I don't understand that. No Snapchat. Right, you fucking with a bitch that got an iPhone 4.
See? And that's the whole point. He want dudes to fund the lifestyle of females over here so he don't have to. Because prostitution really, literally, escort service and stuff like that, literally it goes in the pockets of these women so they can do what they want. As I said, I have a friend who's a adult film star, and he says most of the porn stars, half of them are broke. Even the ones who do escort service, because they think that they just can use their vaginas to just get the money. And he says they really treat some of their customers like shit or rush them. And he wants these dudes to just be lifestyle givers to these females. But then he don't want these dudes to ever feel nice with an organic relationship with somebody they want to be with.
I don't. You know what? I hope all you carry ass niggas are living your best lives in the brokest countries you can find. I hope it's worth it.
And mind you, right now, I'm gonna show you something that y'all favorite feminine woman saying in the chat box, and I'm gonna show you what she said. I'm gonna try to make a of it. She says basically, he said, let little job keep you here. Don't let your family keep you here. Go be great and drink bleach. SYBM. This is a chick who always jumping on the side of against SYBM dudes, and SYBM dudes didn't say nothing to her. So she jumps in the camp and go against dudes that she know nothing about. I'm gonna show it.
If you're triggered, good. Because that means obviously I'm talking about you. You have to come over here. I can't go hang out with Drake. I can't go be great. I can't be OVO. And yeah, y'all go follow faces. Free plug. Free shameless plug. Damn it, Nick! Yeah, y'all go. And, but thank you. You know, so, what's that? You had to come over here. I forgot to tell her happy birthday. I don't know what to say. understand that. You lost souls. I'm gonna pray for free shameless plug. Hey, remember the commercial? Okay, cool. Yeah, shoot me your number. It takes time, brother. It takes time. Yeah, like, come on, man. Listen. Like I said, sisters get in my crawl my ass too, but I'm not gonna sit here and throw the whole goddamn lot of y'all in the guy. You can't do that.
Now, see, that's the simp shit right there. He says sister doing wrong and he's not gonna throw all of them in under the bus. But this is what you doing to SYBM dudes. He said that in the video, pretty much he says he throwing a whole bunch of SYBM dudes under the bus. So he's pretty much everybody who's in the movement. He's talking about them, but now he make an exception. He make an exception for the rule for black women because he depend on black women and he's the puppet of black women. Look, you can hear it.
You can't do that, and that's what it sounds like these niggas have done. Canada can get me in. That's what's up. No, but yeah, like, come on, man. Listen, like I said, sisters get in my crawl my ass too, but I'm not gonna sit here and throw the whole goddamn lot of y'all in the guy. You can't.
But he can throw a lot of guys under the bus. see, this is what the kind of simp dudes do out here. They make excuses for them, but for men, they just stomp all over their movements. They stomp all over every single man who SYBM. They ain't said some. They ain't said not all. They said, well, you can't do that to women. You can't throw all the women under the bus. Are you serious? But you can do that to men? Your whole rant on this whole video was against dudes. But we supposed to believe, and then you make an exception for women, and then watch the coordinated shit when he went and complimented a chick. Watch after he said this shit.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
You can't do that. But you can talk about a whole bunch of guys that you don't know their job, don't know their gripe, don't know their experience. But you can do that to them though, and the women in the chat box can do that to them too. By treating them like shit. Oh, that's can be funny. It's all jokes and games when men are getting tramped on and treated like shit. But we can't do the same thing. We can't throw all of them under the bus, but you can throw all the men under the bus, right?
And that's what it sounds like these niggas have done. So, you know,
ain't that the same thing that these women have done, and you have parroted what they said in this whole video? You threw all these other men under the bus who got treated like shit and been told by guys like you to keep doing more, and then they have to do 1,000 fucking things, and then they have to keep doing more because they don't have fit a certain description, and then they get just sick and tired of just overcompensating. Then they see this chick right here who's sitting there not overcompensate for nothing and sitting there crossing her legs, and she not doing shit except sitting there. But that's supposed to be fine because we can't throw them on the bus. They can do whatever they want, right?
It's disturbing. It's sad. I don't take none of these niggas too serious. It is what it is. At the end of the day, they had to look at themselves in the mirror and justify their decisions and their actions. And if that's what makes them feel good, I mean, and if you don't understand that concept, that's that shit I hate. I hate when niggas be like, well, you know, the white man, listen, this is what to talk about, okay? Why Kev is going to choke so hard? What is? So no one knows why Kev is on choke. Listen, do you know how many hand signals there are? Okay, the hand signal thing is one of the oldest forms of communication, and just because a few societies use that to identify each, y'all gotta let that shit go. Come on, you see where I'm going with this? Wait, Kev asked, yeah, through Sears Towers, yep, we sure did, but if he's on the payroll, it'll come out. It won't let me do anything. Give him my email so I can get, sorry I didn't get everybody shout outs, I'm sorry, please, she good peoples, I don't give a fuck, don't be having her at you in the motherfucking chat, don't have her send you no motherfucking money, don't let her send you no more money, that's my wife, she'll be like, oh, fuck her money. She gonna be like, who the fuck? Yo, Apple Mac, somebody give him my email so I can get him to to old girl. Yo, I'm sorry I didn't get everybody shout outs. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. But Faces About Pureness, you're going to get me stabbed tonight. Because I'm already knowing the wife's going to see this stream and she's going to be like, who the fuck is Faces About Pureness? And I'm like, babe, she good people. I don't give a fuck. Don't be having her ask you in the motherfucking chat. Don't have her send you no motherfucking money. Don't let her send you no more money. That's my wife. She's like, oh, fuck her money. We don't need her money. But no, you're good. Pureness, you're good. You're good in my book. You're good in my book. I may take a couple stitches, but I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be good. They're like, Slap, what happened? Yeah, my wife, man, she got mad. She actually accidentally threw a knife at me. So yo, I'm out. Nick, have at it. Go at it, dog. Hey Nick, I'm not even gonna respond. Every nigga that had an issue with what I said, the first thing is, would you admit if you did? That's what kills me. With these, I'm sure he is a good dude, Nick. But I don't know what this nigga wanted police reports and shit. Like what? You wanted me to present police reports from a whole other country on the pedophile thing? Okay, I'll get that right over.
Seriously. And when it comes to black women, this dude just said, well, you can't throw them under the bus. But he can throw a lot of men under the bus and say that they losers and they all types of stuff. And you don't know where they at in life. You don't know how many years they had to work hard. You don't know how hard they worked to get somebody. You don't know anything. But you just throw that general statement out there and then you parrot what a female say. And for some reason, when you get called out on it, in the same video, you're saying, "Whoa, you can't throw all the black women under the bus. You can't do that." But a lot of guys got factual evidence about them. There's many stories about them. There's posts about them. There's screenshots about them. There's so many things that people can present to you how these women treat dudes. That what, you gonna ignore it?
I want 6 chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A because the Twins hit 4 home runs. Still, broken, battered niggas want to have an experience with a little girl? Have at it. Or a little girl. Do what thou wilt. Judgment on anybody. I done did some crazy shit in my days. Motherfuckers still be like, man, I can't believe you did that. Nigga, that was like 20 years ago. Okay? So, now, hey, man, that's not gonna happen. So yeah, if you go over to a whole other country and bring back a bitch with big calf, I'm not encouraging anybody, Joseph. They don't need my encouragement. They're doing it already.
So he said they're doing it already, and he doesn't make a distinction. But black men must not say anything about black women. We can't throw all of them under the bus. No, we can't do it. We can't do that.
What I said was, if that's what if all you maniacs for listening to me run my mouth for the last, I'm not sure what you mean with PDF water. God damn. Or she carries a bucket on her fucking head. It's water. God damn. I'm just saying, her family. Canada. I forgot to tell her happy birthday. I will, thank you. I will, woman. If I was not, yeah. Oh shit. Oh, stop. Faces About Pureness. Oh, she's so sweet. I forgot to tell her happy birthday. I will, thank you. I will, woman. If I was not married. Oh, wait a minute. I can't go to Canada because I got felonies. See, Faces About Pureness, it wouldn't work. I got felonies. Canada won't let me in. I was bad. So you had to come out here. Visit the U.S. Us. Not me, but you had to come over here. I can't go hang out with Drake. I can't go be great. I can't be OVO in Toronto because Canada felonies, they don't like that shit. And but thank you. plug. Free shameless plug. Damn it, Nick! This is not an auction. This is not an auction.
A free plug. He's sipping over a chick that he's seen online, calling her attractive. But this is what dude's supposed to do for females? This is a guy who said he can get pussy and call online and call women all he wants, but he's simping to a chick that he's still married. Like, oh, if I wasn't married, then shameless plug. She's so sweet. She's so. This is what dude's supposed to do. Excuse them from everything, and then simp to them, and then make general statements when it comes to men. But then we have to have kid gloves with women, right?
Thank you, big dog. We got a lot of felonies. Yeah, I can't, because I was and they be like, hey, you can't do that, bad. So yeah, y'all go check out Faces by Pureness. It's rare that I ever plug anybody shit like that. Go check her out. She is a ball of just pure energy. See, we need sisters like her to heal these broken ass
sisters like her. You really think that dudes will find her attractive? The broken dudes you talking about? You literally dick policing dudes and thinking that you can tell guys to go to Faceless Butterfly thinking that we think she attractive and think that she will heal us. Anybody want to go get with this? Go and ask me about what this girl looks like. And you really think that these guys will be like, oh my God, I'm going to heal from her because she's so cool. And you know how many videos we seen women act like they for black men, but then we see them associating themselves with like dudes like this?
Carry ass niggas. Hey, remember the commercial? Remember the commercial that came out a few years ago about the white women going to the homeless shelter and adopting all the broken, battered black men? That's what you niggas look like to me right now. Y'all remember that commercial?
Mind you, this chick is.
Prophet, okay, cool.
This chick is.
Shoot me your number. Yes, sir.
She's a BBW.
That's what you niggas look like to me.
Are you for real?
That commercial, we had all the white women.
You sent me to. Wow. Yeah, I'm done with this video. Now, we're gonna go to the Solo TV 84 soundbite about the whole thing. This is the aftermath.
A Solo TV 84, we got. Women here, yes?
Allegedly, from what I've heard, yes. I don't know the facts, but that big YouTuber, over 100,000 subscribers.
Okay.
And he travels, but he just doesn't travel for women. He's got receipts on landmarks and food. And he actually he goes to the hood of he went to the hood of Barbados, Jamaica, Chile, Brazil, all these places. He doesn't just go to the clubs where he shows you the pretty girls, but he goes to the streets. And you see that in the footage. I think the dude, Marcus A. Brown, he's in the chat right now. Well, Marcus has admitted to tricking. Shout out to Marcus, man. You know what I mean? That's my homie. But Marcus also went to the DR, and he just didn't show the women, but he also showed the hood. So I guess, Sly, I'm wondering, who are you watching that you just getting that assertion from? Because a lot of these brothers that I watch, they don't just talk about the women, but they also talk about the culture and the hood and the differences between, the places they travel to in America.
Exactly. Man, dudes are going to hoods so they can get a perspective on how other people live. It's gonna trickle down once you're sexual. Once you done with getting all the females, then you care about the culture, you care about the people. Then you start actually wanting to be around these people. After that, you got to get it out of your system, and that's the point. This dude not trying to listen to.
In regards to culture.
Well, here's the thing. Once again, when I do when I do check in every once in a while, that's all I hear about is women. How do you get a woman overseas? How do you get this type of woman overseas? It's like this is all you live to do is spend money on women from third world countries.
So dudes are supposed to be spending money on American women. That's your message. We all supposed to be spending money on them and giving them attention, because they're losing it. They're losing a lot of guys. I mean, I showed you a video about what was going on in America and what they were saying about the dating scene. In the second video, my response to his video about traveling. About guys, them saying that men are not approaching them, men are not talking to them and stuff. Even the clothes are shutting down. The clubs are shutting down. Guys are not approaching women because, most of all, a lot of guys are not taking that chance no more. They got too much laws on them. They can meet two guys. They can say that a guy is creepy and weird, and they can get one of the guys like him to beat the dudes up. Oh, he's so creepy.
I said, for what I do watch, the content that I've seen.
How does that affect you? I mean, if it's legal, and I know I'm going to take it there. I'm sorry, Sly. I got you.
Yeah. Back then, it's not frowned upon. So stop with the bullshit.
That's like
in Africa, where the age of consent law is 11.
So I'm going to piss some people off. You knew this was going to set it off.
Honestly, no, bro. Listen, if you are a traveling man, and I don't mean Freemasons, and you're out here doing your thing, what would my little opinion bother you for?
Oh, come on, Sly. Come on.
No, bro.
Sly, you're one of the
Solo.
Sly, you are on the Sunday Rumble. You are known, bro. Like, I know you think, oh, I only got my little 16,000. But, bro, you shopping, man. But, nigga, I got people emailing me about you. I haven't had this many emails since, whatever. But I'm just saying, bro, like, you might think you're not that big of a deal, but you have more clout than you think that you do, bro.
Okay.
Listen, Sly, I'm gonna keep it real. Listen, I'm scared of this nigga Super Sly. Facts. Remember, Sly, when I first did my... So,
okay.
You might feel like...
I should have said... What I should have said was more than a few. So we're talking semantics at this point. So everyone's mad at me for semantics?
Marcus A. Brown's...
That's what females do. They do semantics. The same thing they do. They don't clarify nothing. So when you see them say stuff online... I'm going to continue the video.
Says, hold up. Because opinions left unchallenged becomes accepted as truth. Basically the same process that made feminist talking points mainstream.
Okay, Marcus.
Right? He's right. Exactly. He killed that comment. Exactly. When you got opinions and it's left unchecked, everything started to trickle down. This is the reason why the incels was getting attacked. When incels, most of them not even violent. They just mad about everything. But now everything is going mainstream because people didn't challenge him. This is the reason why everybody was able to say what they said about black men, because guys like him back in the day, remember he older than I am. So you didn't say anything because you was having fun and doing dirt and having fun with them. And now that our reputations are all on the line, every single day we walk and we have interactions with everybody else, other races, because guys like you didn't speak up against the shit that they were saying because you was having fun with them.
Brown, are there not black men over there right now overseas fucking on a little girl? Don't fucking play with me, man. Every six women every one man. These women out here are giving away pussy.
As I said before, and he may keep making a point, it's called the Me Too. It's called the fat women. What do these women who giving away vagina look like? Seriously, ask yourself that shit. Also, if you gonna promote a chick, at least promote a chick that people gonna find fine. But you promoting a chick who's heavy set. Come on, dude. Dudes are already talking about how they don't want to get with fat women. But you gonna plug a big woman to dudes who don't want them and tell them that they need to heal and go to this chick who's fat, who's overweight? Come on, man. For free? Man. You think time is free? When guys gotta waste so much time talking to these chicks when they can be doing something else, like working or doing something else, or thinking strategies for money, or thinking strategies for the best of their future. Because if you would have actually, been smarter and thought ahead, you would have never had felonies. You would have been in the same position of the men you talking about, with no felonies and a clean record.
And the best y'all can do is take time off work. I'm so confused. They're now letting
Saudi women get driver's licenses. That's one of the most strictest.
Hold the word for girls because they don't know women of any background and race. Because they know, women of any background and race will give it easily. Hold on, Sly. Let me go back because I know we got a lot of super chat.
You're picking easy targets because none of you niggas are bringing back the best of the best from that country.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
Because if you let me speak, I'm going to just speak the truth. My other argument is this, bro. Like, even with me, I'm here in America. I mean, when me and my dating game, I can get 10 matches, 15 matches a day on Tinder, 5 or 6 a day on Bumble. I got several fucking buddies. But even I know that your sexual market value in other countries is different than what it is here in America. Because as a black man, I know if I go to Eastern Europe, if I go to Poland, Ukraine, if I go to Kiev, I know I'm a commodity because, number one, there's not a lot of black men out there, especially American black men. There's a lot of Africans, but not American black men. Secondly, I ain't even got to pay for nothing. I can get on Tinder and 10 times what I do here in America, I can do it over there. And I'm not paying a single thing. And I ain't even looking for no child predator nonsense. So when a lot of people come on here and they say, well, you know, black men going overseas to sleep with little girls, it's like, bro, you're talking about a subset, like a...
Stop.
No.
Guys, finish your thoughts, please.
Shit. But at the same time...
What do you got to say today, man? It's on you, bro.
So I commend him on points and the argument that he made.
I don't know what to say. Go. And I liked it.
Did you do any bunker bustering?
Man, this was a while ago. And yes, I did. And that's what sparked my whole thing with the whole Indian woman thing. And I was engaged to an Indian woman.
So in this video, he proved the fact that he went overseas, found a woman. Mind you, he said it in a few videos ago that he did fall in love with a woman. He was engaged to an Indian woman, and she was the love of his life. But when other guys do it that he think below them, they can't do the same thing. They can't do it, right? Let's continue this shit.
And I hold them in high regards. It's not fair.
Wait, Sly, you were engaged to a brown chick?
Yeah, she was from it was before they changed it to city Mumbai. It was Bombay before they changed it to Mumbai. And we were engaged. She ended up dying from cancer. And she was good to me, man. I never would seen it that good with a woman. So that for me was like,
this dude just destroyed his whole talking point in that video going after SYBM dudes. He just proved the traveling does work for men because he just said that he never met anybody like the woman he met overseas over here. Whoa! These dudes, man. These dudes.
The blueprint for women, which is not fair to anybody else I dealt with after her, because to me she was just perfection. But
what is this? Him putting an Indian woman on a pedestal over his wife and the women that he dealt with here? Oh, but he can do it, but we can't do it. Wait, wasn't that girl? If you look up Mumbai, ain't that like some like in between? Ain't most of India poor? But he making fun of guys who go to. He said third world. He said that guys are going overseas for third world pussy, but he did the same thing early on when he was younger. So now we get the thick of it now that he's envious of these dudes doing that, and he wants to do this, but he's stuck with responsibilities. Mind you, he's gonna show you about this about his envy. He couldn't go back overseas and pick another one. He got stuck doing the crap over here, and then ended up getting with a single mom. I'm just gonna let the video roll.
But yeah, man, I'm cultured. I people see these big. You bring the brothers into this shit. Okay.
So with that,
to give an example of what I'm talking about. Because I know people think that people are talking about flagging and stuff like that. No, that's not what I'm going to do. There is very interesting things that you can do other than that.
Edward Anderson, I said right now, he long with it, and you know, but Edward Anderson, man, he know how to talk, and he gonna really destroy He gonna really destroy this dude's point. And this is when you gonna find out that this dude married a single mom. Mind you, a few minutes ago, he said that he met somebody overseas, which is third world pussy, but he told guys that that's the best they can do. And watch Edward get him in the trap. And I'm gonna show you the video aftermath of what another dude said about him that's traveling, about the traveling game.
That's the shit called flagging. For example, Superfly, your stepfather, and there is far, I could say 5,000% more of a chance than a black man being a stepfather is more likely to do some shit with little girls than a motherfucker going overseas. For instance,
killed it, and he's right. You can look at the news. You look at these stories. You can come from January to right now to August to find out all these different stories about stepfathers doing their stuff to that. Come on, man. And we're killing it right now. He killing them right now.
I.e. Nicki Minaj's brother and what she actually got convicted of. So rather than making up shit and just talking about innuendo, I can actually make a channel full of nothing but very interesting things that black men and their stepfathers have been actually convicted for in the heat of law of doing.
He killing it. And I bet you if somebody makes a video about not being stepfathers and stuff, I bet you they'll come out the woodwork. Oh yeah, man, no, stepfathers ain't that bad. Oh no, I'm a stepfather, and defend their points.
Doing to showcase, because I personally don't think niggas should be stepfathers, because I think that's a form of cuck culture. But that's just me. So because I think that you shouldn't do it, I can come up with actual evidence of actually some shit that actually goes on. By the way, they say 70% of black girls have been sexually assaulted at one time, and it is pretty much said that stepfathers are the main ones doing it.
Oh man, yo, you gotta have respect for Edward Anderson when he comes down to his talking points. He's like, dude, I'm gonna kill this dude, man. I mean, I'm gonna destroy this dude. I mean, I don't know how good I'm doing, but the fact is, man, Edward Anderson is the master with this, man. Like, this dude, he destroyed his whole point in the first video against SYBM dudes. Then comes on Solo TV 84 and says, "Oh, I married an Indian girl." You did the same thing you're assaulting guys for doing. Then you say how easy it is over here, but you're not showing the type of women that are throwing the pussy out there. Let me continue this because he breaking it down, and then I'm gonna break it off and I'm gonna go to the other guy that put the video out.
So I actually have far more evidence on my side to promote something like that than you have on your side. Because when you say niggas, that you know, you gotta reach to, I'm not saying white boys do it. I'm not saying white boys do it. I'm not saying white boys do it. But you gotta reach far more. You gotta do people getting a passport across the board racially. To reach the black men, ASAP Rocky got put in jail. Now it's like it's not cool to be a step. I don't give a fuck. Nigga, recognize who you talking to. You talking to Carl, me, and Xanatos Clutch. We do not give a fuck about the community as far as stepfathers fixing. Okay, but at the end of the day, it's just funny when you guys make stepfather jokes. It doesn't bother me. My stepdaughters love the fuck out of me. So I'm doing my job. I'm raising my daughters, and I'm doing my part in the community.
There we go. So, I'm being a stepfather. I'm doing my part in the community. It got a community look like this now. So that's his whole agenda right now. I told you earlier on in this video, man. he want dudes to be sitting out here being stepfathers to kids that's not theirs, taking care of. That's his whole agenda. His whole agenda to destroy SYBM, destroy the thinking man, and destroy our talking points, so we can split up and break each other apart. And then, when some of us are weakened in our weakened state, we are bow down to women again, like him, by him just giving up and not finding the love of it, not finding another female that he can love. I gave up the love of my life, who was Japanese. So you think I'm gonna go marry one of these single moms and do everything for her? No, I'm gonna find another female to find the love. Only female that I actually do love. So this dude just gave up and became a stepfather, but this is the best you can do. But you want to talk down to other men for doing the same thing you did years ago, but you want dudes to do the same thing for you so they can be in the same misery you in. Remember, you locked down. You got kids, other people's kids, and you got your own kid. Responsibilities. And the guys that you talking about, they don't have no responsibilities. They're free. But you want to control them and drag them with these miserable hind women with single kids and mental issues and stuff, so they can be miserable with the women with the women here.
So I don't know what the fuck you niggas are building, but I'm building my shit.
You said I don't know what you building. Building what? The stepfather kingdom? The stepfather kingdom? Like, come on, what are you doing? What are you building, man? It doesn't matter what you're doing to them. It doesn't matter if you know stepfather, because the fact is, those kids they're still not their dad. And then obviously he don't have. I didn't hear him say he has a son, so he has all women. So overall, this guy is now is keep on. He has a investment just being on the side of women because he has daughters and a wife. He don't have no sons. And that's what happens when you got a man on here talking this crap and they got daughters. Like I said in one of my other videos, some guys, they give up a lot of power and they give up who they are when they have kids. But some people give up the best of them to give just to be a father.
Nigga, building a family ain't shit.
Okay, nigga. Okay, then you ain't shit because you ain't got a family. So you can kiss my ass with that shit.
Nigga, yeah. I got $1 million in the bank. I don't give a fuck about no fucking family.
I like that response. He like, I got $1 million in the bank. I don't give a fuck about no family. You try to make fun of a dude because he don't have a family, and dude just came back at you like, dude, I got $1 million in the bank. I don't need no fucking family.
I mean, I'm not even trying to fight like that.
I got $1 million in the fucking bank, but you're hanging out with us. Okay, nigga.
Yeah. It happens. Yes, everybody on YouTube ain't broke.
Oh, so that's kind of a shot at MOT, because MOT is on YouTube too. So millionaires can't hang out with normal people and associate with normal people. This dude sound just like a black female, an elitist black female, the way they act towards dudes. He sound.
I know that they were, but tell you what, if I had $1 million, we're not having this discussion.
If you have $1 million, you have control of your time freedom.
Like I said, if I have.
Yup, he's right. If you had $1 million, you can spend as much time as you want anywhere in any place you want. You can waste all the money, all the time you want, because you don't have to worry about making money. And we're Anderson killing this dude.
$1 million, we're not having this discussion. Now, getting back to your original point. Hold up. At the end of the day, what I said was,
Sly said something earlier.
These simps, whatever you want to call them.
To like how many black men get arrested for that type of sex crime.
Okay.
How many black men?
Let me stop right there. So if I can find me one police report of a nigga from America, impact of really what you said. You make it sound, and that's the problem. You say a lot of. I say some shit, but you say some
Edward Anderson,
like nuclear bomb and shit.
Edward
So if I'd have said white dude,
hold on.
From the beginning of the video, when you stated these are pedophiles.
Video, that's all you took from. Ever demonstrated they could put out, and basically all of a sudden I'm gonna see a video on fucking Madame Noir or a goddamn video on Very Smart Brother over, which I understand. You would think that people say ignorant shit just based on whoop-de-doo shit. You would have a certain sensitivity at least to something like that, especially considering how other people will use that as a mechanism to harm black men to even try to travel. Like, there's people that are, and you ain't dumb. For instance, black women in particular, or a particular group that would love to take something like that and say that's what black men are really doing, and then spread that out across all of the social media that is far larger than anything the black manosphere ever demonstrated they could put out. And basically, all of a sudden, I'm going to see a video on fucking Madame Noir or a goddamn video on Very Smart Brothers or The Root saying why black men are blah, 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 and your dumbass clip will be right up there. This is how fucking stupid these motherfuckers are. And they will do shit like that. Okay, and here's my...
He made a good fucking point. Like I said, this dude is a feminist simp. Like I said before, man. He's a feminist simp who listened to a black woman put his clip out, and Edward Anderson killed him when he said that. He said, dude, they can take your clip and keep playing it. I went viral one time that people was playing my video. I went viral on MTO when I was talking about fat women a few years ago. And I had all these different people coming in my comment section and stuff, and just bombarding me about fat women. Like, you shouldn't do that. I said, come get these hands then. I'm in Philly, come on. I don't want y'all. Y'all eat up the refrigerator. And I kept roasting them. But he's right. Like, a black female told you that black men go over there. You run to YouTube to go say something, knowing that right now there's like a mini war between traveling black men, and then you want to go around saying this kind of stuff, and then you shit on a whole movement of men who just don't want to be associated with the ratchetness and the unprocessed bullshit that they see overall in the black community, and they just want to leave. They don't want to be associated with that, but you want to sit here and put these videos out here and then start bad mouthing this hoop dog hollering, and he said that to the negativity generalization of men, then said hoop dog holler, and if that don't apply, let it fly. They are very feminine trolling tactics. This commenter is right. Edward Anderson basically called them out, like, you stupid ass, like you really out here doing that. And this is why I said that some of these guys have been on women's side. They go into men's spaces, they pretend they are part of men's spaces, and then they show their true colors when the jealousy come in. Because if guys are sitting there talking about this is what women do, this is what black women do, especially if somebody says something that you don't like in a video, why would you keep watching a video about traveling when all these dudes are talking about women? Don't watch that shit at all. I don't like sports, but I'm not gonna look at sports and say, damn, I hate sports. I'm not going to watch Kevin Samuels videos and talk about it in every video. I'm not going to watch these dudes. Like, I'm not going to watch Nyla Says and all these other people that I don't like, and I'm going to say, oh, that's all they do is talk about that, and I'm just going to make a statement and say these people are like this and this and this and that. You can control what you want to watch. Stay in your own lane. This is what y'all promote, don't y'all? Like good guys like Sly and C Boogie, stay in your lane. These dudes talking about traveling for women and getting third world stuff. Let them be. Let them stay where they at. Stay out of their space. Stay out of their videos. Don't talk about them. Because I didn't see not one of these traveling dudes come at you. But you wanted to jump in because you felt like this for years. Remember, I said it in 2 videos. Charles Tyler promoted this years ago. Where was you at? Just like you dumb simp dudes. Where was y'all at? Where was y'all at when they was telling dude brothers to travel? You thought they wasn't gonna travel? You thought dudes were gonna sit here and be the same punching bag for women like y'all are? Be single moms and date single moms and date dysfunctional females? And Edward Anderson is gonna actually get a point out here too. And I'm gonna cut this joint off.
I retort to that. You mean to tell me, after 40 years of being bashed in the media,
after 40 years of being bashed in the media, that we still haven't cleaned up yet because dudes like you were making videos like that siding with women? Men are just starting to trying to fight back all the stuff of the 40 years that they've been talking about us, but dudes like you just making it worse by talking about men who don't want to be associated with no jailbirds and no single moms and none of that dysfunction.
Y'all all want to form like Voltron when I say this, when I make my video.
Nah, they form like Voltron with everybody else who speak against black men. Especially if you are a black man speaking like that against other black men. They already went toe to toe with women. Some of these dudes is tired of it. I'm tired of it. So it's useless talking to it's useless talking back and forth with black men, because black women, they're not going to change. So they're going to change their rhetoric. Just like Cynthia G, a single mom who chose a baby dad. And then she's still on here talking about black men.
This is a... You want to sit here and threaten people and so dealing with niggas.
Like, you think so one person means that something's possible? Sure, it's one person somewhere, some way that's got some Ado's blood doing something, okay, but that's for a lot of
money, or who's known to have the most money throughout the...
Out of the 5
Ado's black men, it's about 700,000 that actually have a passport in the United States of America.
I have a question for you guys. So everyone's upset about my answer. So I want to know from every one of you guys, out of 10 random niggas, and we're in a country where the law is age of consent is like,
why wouldn't he go overseas? He clearly had the money, the resources, and all of that to do so, and the ability. He stayed in his own city. Why? Because dudes that operate like that, from my opinion, they're not gonna go in an environment that they don't know and they don't feel comfortable that they can control.
He hit him with a gym too. Dudes like Super Sly and guys that are doing some crazy stuff that get women, they don't want to leave their environment. This is why they go against guys who traveling. Because if you take away guys who they can just talk down to and spit on, they don't know what to do in another country. Yeah, they probably can get some women, but overall, they won't be able to dominate their culture like they dominate over here with this dysfunction. You're right.
Bro,
let me say this.
That has actually been the kind of, and it's all a control. It's always the central thing if you actually look into these types of situations, whether it's control of the environment the quote unquote little girl has, or the underage, the control of
Fly.
Big stepdaddy or mama's boyfriend that moved into the apartment and he started touching the little girl and all this other stuff. I mean, honestly,
okay. My final question for everybody. So y'all telling me there's not a subsection, a small band of... There is? Yes? You guys saying yes?
A very subsection, but what I'm saying is...
You say yes, right? You say yes?
Okay.
But he didn't try to make up the point. He's keep backtracking, talking about subsection, but you said everybody in SYBM, and you literally had your little fans talking about SYBM dudes. So I'm going to take the screenshot. I'm going to take the picture of the chick that y'all say is feminine, and I'm going to show y'all SYBM dudes who got her on their pages. Y'all should get her off y'all page and block her as fast as y'all can. The other guys, like I said, I have a question for them dudes. If I ever see these dudes in the chat trying to act like they part of the SYBM movement or anything else like that, or even in somebody else's chat, I'm gonna call them out. Or I should just take the screenshots and show what the hell they said when they was on that live. A lot of people are really retarded to not know that people are watching what you're saying in somebody else's live. You're not dealing with idiotic dudes. You're dealing with smart dudes who they observe and analyze. And then when they see you on another page with people that you just said something about, people call you out.
It's not being given by you.
Just give me yes or no. Just give me yes or no. Just give me yes or no. Yes or no.
If I give you the yes,
a global standpoint. Now, if they want to make black men the face of this shit so they can let the shit go on, then yeah, they're gonna do what you did. Now, I will say this, since we're kind of doing the olive branch thing. If you're talking about from a domestics,
That's like a yes. Okay.
This is a big issue. You said yourself, you are a supporter of those who travel overseas. As far as one of the things, as those who go overseas,
Others that go over here and do this nonsense. Now, what I said was not conjecture.
These girls rejected me that I wanted, and they didn't want to go with me to the dance, or in high school they didn't want to top me off. Whatever the story, you can't shame women into wanting to suck your cock. I'm sorry, I got to be blunt. And I mean, I know you may not agree with traveling outside the country, but women. But what do you recommend for them as a realistic, viable solution? Let's talk about that, Sly.
Okay, now I'm not the biggest fan of interracial dating, but if a white bitch gonna do right by you, Asian bitch gonna do.
Mind you, the women who are Me Tooing dudes are white women in America. So he promoting dudes that go be Me Too by white women, because you know, if a white woman be with a black guy and they don't, I mean, how many cases have we seen white women do some dirt to black men and she threw the black men under the bus? Remember them two college dudes that got caught in the bathroom with the chick and she tried to pretend that she didn't like them or she was getting raped, and then just to improve her boyfriend. But he's promoting interracial relationships in the US when we know that they got more power in the US than they do other countries. And he said white women. That's why I said this dude has an agenda.
Do right by you, Indian chick gonna do right by you. Go where you are celebrated and not tolerated, by all means. If that means you got.
But in his first video, he said buy prostitutes and escorts. Dude backtracking like crazy.
Book a goddamn United ticket and fly to receptive to you. My God, man, by all means, what are you waiting on? Look, point you have to turn that hurt into action. Okay, you just can't sit and wallow in the misery. Yes, the bitch did you wrong. She cheated on you. Child support. Man, I've been through all this shit. Trust me. Okay, I've been through this shit.
let them talk about white supremacy. But ironically, it's always those who do something who have the least to say when it comes to either the Daggle or white supremacy, while those who don't do much are always the first ones to have something to say.
Wait.
Another
Edward, before you answer, part of what I want you to mention is, what do you deem as a viable solution, Edward, to what I mentioned to Slack?
He said, I love black women, and I have a black daughter, but I want to be happy. So black American women versus black Brazilian women, would you date? That's what his whole platform was for. And same thing with Russell Taylor, when it comes to the DR. So the point is, that's one option. Region, country. Another option is you could just be in a position where you could travel more. So expansion. I understand that all stepfathers are not in a bad situation, but too many times, a lot of dudes, they will sell themselves on being a stepfather. Not like this is what it's the advantage for me in my situation, but it's kind of like how dudes get sold into marriage even if they're not stepfathers. It's the same shit. Oh, this is the right thing to do, and I'm going to do right by her, and da-da-da-da. And then they wind up with somebody saying, you ain't my daddy. Now, clearly, You ain't never said that, so I'm a.
Oh, no, man. Give me the question one more time. This question: you're born into a poor, poverty-stricken family, and you choose any way you can to get out of the situation because it's a harsh-ass environment. I mean, take, for instance, like the boy Nipsey Hussle. I know a lot of people were surprised to talk trash about him, being that he was a gangbanger, but if you really look at his mentality and who he was, I mean, he had to be hard where he was at. He was in Rolling 60 Hood. I mean, growing up as a kid, but he came from a good parent household. But, I mean, where he was at, with the hood he grew up in, you know, you step outside, and I mean, it's gang banging on every corner, and you can't even walk 3 blocks up the street because you were, you know, you in trade, you in the, you know, East Side Locos trade hood now, and the Mexicans might beat your ass or some shit. So it's you know, it's tough situations, but for most everyday brothers to be happy, man, just do what you need to do, bro. Get yourself out of debt, get yourself early retired, get yourself as much money as you can, and you know, passive income always a plus.
Mean holes there. What's the difference? Can you break that down?
So I don't even the tricking definition. It's been changed over the last few years, right? What it used to
mean holes there.
Slapped and punched in the stomach or some shit like that, be called a whore. These niggas would lose their fucking minds. That's just the niggas that have women. God forbid you put the niggas that don't get none with a woman like that. They would kill themselves. A lot of these dudes just don't.
No, they wouldn't. If the chick actually let the dude participate into that kind of shit, he won't kill himself. He participated in it. So, what are you talking about?
Are not prepared to deal with that dark side of the woman and let them live their lives with their heads in the sand. And I like I said, if it wasn't for the YouTube, I would have never known that there were black men that just swore off the pussy and just like, I'm like, well, how does that make sense? How? Why? You know, I get it. We've all had shitty experiences with women, but damn, I'm not gonna throw in the towel.
Okay, Slide.
Yeah.
Wait. Let me ask you this, Slide. Do you think if I take a woman on a date that I meet in real life on a dating app? Hold on. Let me turn. Why is my camera off? Hold on. Let me put this shit back on. If I take a woman on a date, Slide, I pay for the date. I pay $50. Met her off Tinder or in real life. Am I tricking Slide or no?
No, not to me. And then I know some guys like to say, well, if I take you out on a date, I expect sex. Like, that's a dangerous thing. Like, don't do that because you're gonna get yourself fucked up doing that dumb shit. Like, you take a bitch out to eat.
I'm sorry, Slide, not to cut you off.
Yeah.
Well, it's not tricking if I pay $50 on the first date, but why is it tricking if I go to South America or Colombia to meet hoes there? What's the difference? Can you break that down?
So I don't even the tricking definition. It's been changed over the last few years, right? What it used to mean one thing, it's now something different. I always thought it was just like basically you paying for pussy in a nice way without her being an escort to a certain extent, right?
Okay.
Now that may have changed. I don't know if you help her buy some books for college. Is that tricking too, or help her get a car repaired?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So is that because you didn't fuck and you give her money?
No, according to their definition, it is basically if you ain't fucking for free and Netflix and chill is tricking. That's basically the rule.
That's crazy. That makes no sense to me.
No, Sly, you don't think it's crazy if I meet a bitch 2 weeks ago and she ain't sucked my dick yet, but asking me for money to pay her car? That ain't tricking, bro.
If you have a choice into giving her the money, yes or no?
Yeah, I do, but that's not what I asked.
Okay. I guess under the current law of tricking, I guess that would be tricking.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, you can't paint that with a broad stroke. I don't know. To me, every case is different. I don't know.
Well,
Can I jump in here real quick?
Bring Incel TV 82 on this. Go ahead.
The reason I want to jump in here real quick is something I remember what I was going to say. One of the things that was happening way back in this conversation, I'm not about to litter, where they will shame black men when it comes to the interracial shit, even though they be fucking, they got black females or fucking got biracial kids and shit. Or they'll say, if you're going overseas, it's because you weak, because you this, because they want that money to stay in the community. They want it to stay in the community because they need the women to be able to go somewhere off to subsidize that bullshit. And if it ever gets to a critical mass, which it's not there, I don't see when it'll ever get there. But if it ever gets to a critical mass where a lot of dudes leave, they see that as a threat. This is why everything is like considered tricking now, to answer your question there. This is a big reason why a lot of dudes, even dudes that are not really in the manosphere like that, or because traveling is its own like niche, and then black business is like its own thing. Like you had dudes that are coming out of the woodwork talking about dick policing because they interpreted what you said as like a new tactic to dick police. Say, okay, since we don't have any legitimate shit to say, we just gonna go and throw bombs. And that's a big reason why people really got mad you saw all these videos. I think you deserve kind of an explanation for that.
But there's a part of you that's still longing to be fulfilled by
morning show, man, person playing this stuff, and that's a syndicated show. But all of a sudden, when the white folks come after R. Kelly, now we want to all of a sudden backtrack. My thing is, they were not playing that show, that his songs like "Step to the Name of Love," all that because the men wanted to hear that. They were playing that because the females are validating that. This is not to plain blame at all, saying it's women's fault. This is for me to say we're not going to talk about like a 15% part of the pie when it comes to this shit, making it seem like it's only men. We're going to talk about every. Would have said there's a lot of like take R. Kelly for example. It was domestic, and a lot of dudes were in their feelings about that. And I was commenting.
Here's the thing. Listen, with any conquering country, what do you do? You demonize the old religion and prop up the new religion.
So you heard the video, you seen the list, you heard my commentary over the videos. It's like he backtracked when everybody was coming at him too hard in the comic session and stuff, and he see that a lot of people coming out the woodwork, they're coming at him. Overall, dude, this dude has female talking points. Well, I'm gonna get the other video real quick. Let me see, real quick, and then I'm gonna end this.
Oh man, oh. So the brother I was talking about that made the stupid video was just on Solo TV Live's live stream. Matter of fact, the live stream is going on right now. And the minute he said that he's a stepdad, his wife came with kids. 2 kids. I told Solo, okay, I'm out. I'm done. See, this is where this is coming from. And he said that he's fixing the black community.
Yeah, and he did say that too. You can go back. He did say that too.
Didn't I tell you that these dudes are gonna tell you to go after you women with kids? Did I not tell you? The minute he said that, I was done. I said, Solo, I'm out this. I wasn't on the live chat, but I was listening. And this dude said that he's a stepdad. Oh my God. I've been traveling 20 years ago. Y'all just new to this. And you ended up with a woman with kids. Wow, dog. Wow. Mic drop. I'm out.
Right? But he in this video, he didn't make a point of him saying in the video that he met an Indian woman and the Indian woman treated him better than any of the chicks that he ever met in America. After that, nobody can go to the status that he fell in love with. That's what people are looking for. I mean, he's dissing guys for not having sexual experience, but he dissing them for trying to seek it out in another country. I mean, this dude, SYBM dudes, I think y'all need to look in y'all house. I think y'all got some turncoats in there. Y'all got a couple people in there that acting like y'all. Y'all need to start making some bylaws for y'all. Y'all need to make bylaws. Y'all need to do a list like I'm doing. Y'all need to make a rule for anybody who else y'all gonna associate with, so this never happens again. If you see anybody, I'm just giving y'all a suggestion. I got my own bylaws when it comes down to me associating with certain people. Like I said, man, this video almost 2 hours. But you heard the video, both videos combined in the before and the after effect. I ain't gonna play the one on Rez the Bad Guys channel. But overall, he want dudes to stay in a shameful environment when some of these dudes are above it. He wants some of these dudes to just bend to the will and be molded by being around women in this country. We already know how arrogant and superficial they are, and you want guys to like take themselves out of there and mess their mind up just to talk to women in here. A lot of guys feel like suppressing themselves even 3-4 hours just to talk to a woman it's like holding your breath, going underwater and holding your breath to see how long you can last. Eventually your head start hurting. In the first video, he's laughing and making fun of everybody. Then in the second video, he's backtracking and saying certain things because everybody coming at him. They coming with points. That's kind of what a female does. I can't believe that I ever thought the dude. I haven't ever thought that he was a cool dude and he was in high regard. But this shows you that you gotta pick wisely before you get around certain black dudes, man. And I suggest that you just try to find the right dudes, try to find the right people to work with and link up with, so this stuff don't happen no more. Where guys like him pop up, because the dangers of having a guy like this, because having a guy like this around you, that a guy like this will probably kill you for a female. A guy like this will probably rob you for a female. It happens in the black community. It happens in America. A guy like this set you up for a female. A guy like this will cheat, sleep with your wife and smile in your face the next day. Sleep with your girlfriend and smile in your face the next day. A guy like this will get you fired and laugh at you while you're on the streets. A guy like this will set you up for getting robbed. I said that again. A guy like this will be at your destruction and then sit back and make a video and laugh at it. Or talk to his friends and laugh at it. Don't that mindset sound familiar? Of what black females are doing out here? Remember the guy that went to Popeyes and he was giving out free sale. He was buying people free food, and then the black chick came out of nowhere and got mad because he skipped over her and then used her thug boyfriend to shoot him and kill him. And this dude was just doing something good. That's the type of dude that this dude is. He'll come up to you, yo, why you ain't buying that queen no food? Why you ain't buying her nothing? Why you don't pay attention to the women? Why you ain't washing her feet? Why you ain't compliment her and give her some compliments? Why you don't want to take care of no kids? That's the kind of dude he is. He showed himself to be a puppet. So watch your back when you associate with people online and offline.